Good afternoon, and welcome to Living, Loving Life at 60. Today I'm going to talk again about my recovery from my lumbar fusion surgery, because another week has gone by. First, I want to say that this week's been a little trying. My legs are really hurting. My back doesn't hurt. My legs hurt. They ache. I don't know if I've been overdoing it, maybe walking too much. Did a lot of walking this weekend. I don't know if it's because I've been working more or if I did something. I'm very suspicious that I make some strange position changes at night when I'm sleeping. So I'm a little concerned about that, but we'll see. I don't want to panic right now because I tend to overthink things. So I'm going to kind of try to chill out and just see how the next few days go before I panic. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about post-recovery props. And these are the things that I discovered I needed in my recovery, because when you can't bend, twist, or lift for 3 months, somebody's got to pick up the slack. So you get tired after a while of asking your husband, your spouse, your friends, your family, and you go pick that up for me. You get tired of it. So I had to find some ways around it. And I think everybody really needs to find ways about it. Don't be dependent on everybody else, but yet use your head, because you don't want to undo all your surgery and everything. So we're going to touch on some of the little tips and the little props. Now, behind me is this really nice refrigerator. My cat opens this door, by the way. So if you see it open, I don't have ghosts. I don't think. Anyway, this refrigerator behind me here is great. I'm an apartment dweller, and sometimes you get a great refrigerator, sometimes you get a refrigerator out of the 70s. This is a great refrigerator. It's huge, and it has a huge freezer, which I love, because you could just, I could put popsicles and fudgesicles in there and everything, and it's great, and it has a huge ice bin. I love ice in my drinks. Problem is, since it's down there, I can't bend to get into the freezer. So I have had to come up with a way to get my ice. What I do first of all is I take these wonderful little tongs here, and I kind of use them to open the freezer door. Once I have the freezer door open, I use this. Now I think this is a pasta spoon. I think so. But it's great for getting ice, because once you have the door open, I just scoop it into the ice bin, and this thing can hold about 5 or 6 ice cubes. Seriously, I'm not kidding. The tongs themselves, I can only get a couple of ice cubes in there. So I prefer this. This is my scoop, my ice scoop, and my husband thinks it's hilarious to watch me do it. But at least I don't have to ask him. Okay. Speaking of tongs, tongs are great. These are really long. I've had these forever. I have several pairs of tongs, and I keep them around the house. I especially keep a smaller pair of tongs in my bathroom on the vanity, because if I'm going to drop something, chances are it's going to be in the bathroom. I drop all kinds of things in the bathroom. So anyway, it's good because, you drop nail polish, you drop makeup. If you're in there putting your makeup on, I'm dropping things. It's just really good to have it handy on the vanity. I have a smaller pair by my vanity in each of my bathrooms. So. And then I keep this big one here in the kitchen, and it's really helpful. I can pick up if I drop a paper towel, or if I drop just anything. I mean, they're really good. So tongs, very good idea. Now, speaking of picking things up, right here, these bad boys, or this bad boy here, is, let me see if I can do this without hurting myself, a reacher. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And it folds, which is why I like this one. Reachers are actually amazing, not just for recovering from surgery, but I really think everybody should have them around the house. You never know when you're going to drop something behind the washing machine or back behind a sofa or something like that, and they're really good. And these things, these here, have rubber on the little reacher part, and I kid you not, I picked up a quarter with this. So get a pair of reachers, or get a reacher. They're not very expensive. You will keep it forever, and it's really helpful with recovery. So definitely, I would definitely make sure you get a reacher. Love it. Now, this next one is a little funny because, well, ladies, we have to shave. And of course, the first couple of weeks, shaving my legs was the last thing on my mind. But at 4 weeks, I realized I had a follow-up appointment coming up. And even though I had been wearing very loose dresses and you know, pants because of my incision, I felt like maybe I should shave my legs when I go out in public. Not that anybody was close enough to be able to tell, which is what my husband was like, what do you can tell? And I said, well, I can tell. Anyway, so I had to come up with something because shaving your legs requires a lot of bending. So I'm like, well, I can sit on the side of the tub, but you still have to bend. So I came up with a prop. First I was looking for a yardstick. I didn't have one, but I had a back scratcher. See my little back scratcher here? There he is. And I said, you know what? I should attach my razor to the end of the back scratcher. So I asked my husband if he had any electrical tape, and he said, why do you want electrical tape? And I told him, and he said, hold on, I have a better idea. He went out in his toolbox and he got zip ties, and he zip tied my razor to the back scratcher. See, there it is right there, look at that. So with this handy little prop, I could sit on the side of the tub. I had my husband run the water. I sat on the side of the tub with my legs in the water. As far as shaving cream, you've got a couple of options. You could have your husband kind of put it on there, or your spouse, your kid, I don't know. You can do that, or you can use a rubber spatula. Anyway, and then you shave with this. You don't have to bend because you can just go up and down your leg like that. I recommend only shaving from the knees down for right now. I mean, even being here in Florida, I've worn a couple of pairs of shorts lately, but you know, nobody really can tell. And I think by the time I start putting on my bathing suit and hitting the pool or the beach, I'll be able to shave correctly and without using my little tool. But, and then when I was sitting on the side of the tub, now you have another couple of options. You can jump into the shower and rinse off, or if you are not ready to take showers, or if you just don't want to do it that way, I had another kitchen tool. This is a ladle, I think. It's a ladle. You can tell I cook a lot, right? This is a ladle. And so after I shaved my legs, then I used the ladle to like take the water and rinse off my legs. You know, again, necessity is the mother of invention, and these kitchen tools might seem kind of crazy, but trust me, when you are home by yourself, or like I said before, just tired of asking somebody else to do things for you, you do what you got to do. I mean, you really, really do. But I'm going to tell you another tool that is really important, and that is a pad and a pen. And I'm going to tell you why I think this is probably the most important tool. Because if you're like me, I have questions. I had questions before surgery. I had questions after surgery. I still have questions. And sometimes I get to the doctor's office and I forget them. And then I get home and I'm like, oh, I meant to ask him that. So that's where this comes in handy. I keep one in my kitchen. I keep one in my purse. I have one at my work desk, because I never know when a question is going to pop in my head. Am I going to set off alarms at the airport? Am I going to be able to go in the pool anytime soon? Write these things down. You know, when can I start driving? When can I mean, there's just so many questions. I can't even think of my questions now, so you can imagine. If I was at the doctor's office, I'd be stumped. So keep a pad and paper handy. Write down your questions. Don't think they're too stupid, because I have a lot of stupid questions. And that way you know what you need to do, and you know the answers to things, and it helps you. I mean, it really, really does. My daughter tells me, Mom, technology, you have a cell phone, you have an iPad, you should keep all this information on your phone, keep your questions, keep your appointments. I'm old school, so I write them down, and then I still forget them. But anyway. A couple of other things I wanted to talk about. Your hair. And this could go for guys and for girls, really. If you have hair that you generally style in some form, like I had a long pixie before my surgery that I would blow dry and flat iron. If you have that kind of hair, or guys, if you have hair that's a little longer, I would suggest making an appointment with your stylist for the week before your surgery and ask them to give you something shorter, something wash and wear. Now, if you have long hair and you can pull it in a ponytail, a braid, a bun, that's great. But I didn't want to have to do anything to my hair. So she gave me a short pixie. Before I could shower, I would put a towel around my neck, take a washcloth and soak this washcloth, and then just rub it all over my head, soaking my hair. And then all I had to do was kind of do like this, and I was styled. Even when I was home by myself recovering, I'm the kind of girl that likes to wash her hair, style her hair, maybe put on some mascara. Even if I'm home by myself, it just makes myself feel good. And especially when you've had surgery, you want to feel good. So I would definitely have an appointment with your stylist, tell her you're having surgery, ask her or him to give you a style that requires no styling tools whatsoever. Something that you can get in and out of the shower and just towel dry it and go about your business and you feel great. So definitely do that. Also, I live in Orlando. We don't like to wear closed-toe shoes very much, so we keep our little toes polished. And even the guys get the pedicures. I have a couple of recommendations about that. Again, make an appointment, maybe get a manicure the week before your surgery, and then have them give you a gel polish, because the gel polishes last longer, so you can go away, before you have to get them done again, and you won't have to worry about it. You won't have to worry about chips and all of that. I had mine done the week before, and then I had a pedicure done. I did say pedicure before. I hope it didn't say manicure. Anyway, pedicure, I had another one done in about 4 to 5 weeks, I think. And I have to tell you, even guys, go have a pedicure post-op as soon as you feel like you can. Sit there, because it feels so good to have somebody rub your legs, rub your feet. I had them put like a tingly mask on my legs and my feet, and it just felt great. I did not use the little massage chair. Again, that might be a good question for your doctor. Is this something I can do? I didn't think it was a good idea, and that's just personal, but I felt like I didn't want that chair manipulating my back. So, again, that was just my personal feeling. Check with your doctor, you know, and ask him that question. But definitely do it because it feels so good. So anyway, I think that's basically what I wanted to touch on today. You know, just my props, the things I couldn't live without right now. And you probably can use these. You'll probably come up with your own. Just do what makes you feel good. It's going to be a long 3 months if you can't pick something up off the floor by yourself. Get a reacher. You know, just do what you can. Think ahead. You know, get your legs waxed, get your hair cut, get a pedicure, you know, whatever. And then do what makes you feel good. Get a pedicure afterwards. Go have a facial. Because there are days when you just get tired, you know, and you're just like, wow. And those things will pick you up. Now, if you have any questions, any comments, go ahead and put them in the comments section and be nice. Now, be nice. Also, give the thumbs up to my video if you like it, if it was helpful. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because right now I'm kind of focusing on my back because, well, that's what's going on in my life right now, mostly. There are other things, but I am going to talk about other things. It's not just going to be about my back all the time. Over the last 12 months, I grew my natural hair color out, let myself go gray, no more hair color. I turned 60 and I had back surgery. So there's a lot going on right now, and I'm continuing to live my life at the same time, working, going to theme parks and going to events with